Good evening, everybody. So, I wasn't expecting to vlog tonight. I got home from work and talked with the guy that I work with, and he was saying how they were catching some fish in a spot that me and him had fished in before. So, I decided to go home, change clothes, and run down there and see if I could catch any fish tonight. I wanted to catch my first walleye out of the Cedar River here in town, and I wanted to give it a try. I had minnows left over from this weekend, so I decided to run down there and see what I could do. But just threw the chesty with me and didn't really take any other camera gear, just the chesty. And I really want to get a new GoPro that I can actually hook up a mic and talk to and not have to be loud, so you can actually hear what I'm saying. That way I can explain a little bit of what's going on versus me having to either lay audio over it or put subtitles in so you guys know what's going on, or just not say anything at all. But it was a fantastic night. As you guys will see here in a little bit, I was using a combination of just a jig with a minnow on it or a jig with a ripple shad on it. So between the two, that was the only two baits I used. Just fishing in an area that I know has some a hole there. And at the end of the hole there is a big rock island. I won't say big, but it sticks out of the water, no matter, and the water's a little high right now. But there's a little rock island that sticks out, and then up before that's just, you go up quite a ways and there's the dam up there. So that's kind of the area I'm fishing. Roughly, I'm going to say it's probably about 4 foot deep, 5 foot, maybe 4 foot. Yeah, sometimes some areas are really knee deep, but the fish I know are in there. I know there's a couple decent fish in there, 20-inch walleyes. This is about the same place I caught the northern out of, and it was just a fun night. It was a great night, and I'm going to show you the video, and then we will talk about it a little bit after the fishing video. So as you can see, that was a really fun time. I caught 3 walleye that I actually caught and got up on shore and was able to take a picture of them. I took a picture, missed taking a picture of the first one. I took a picture of the second 2. I lost a total of 4. Just didn't set a hook, and they just let go of the hook. One I got right up on top of the water. You can see he was about the same size, about 15, 16 inches. And the other 2 I'd never seen, just probably knew that there were good chance of them being walleye the way that they were shaking their heads. And the one seemed pretty good. He seemed a little bit bigger than the rest, but I don't know because I didn't get to see him. So once again, I was just fishing about a 6-inch, 4-inch, 5-inch, somewhere in there. About, I'm going to say about a 5-inch, I want to say they're 4-inch, a 4-inch ripple shad. That's what I caught the first fish on. The other 2 I caught on just a jig, and it's a jig that I've been throwing across the rocks quite a bit, and all the paint's chipped off of it. There's a little speckle of like a chartreuse green on it, but otherwise it's just a steel color, lead color, whatever you want to call it, and or no, just a minnow. The other 2 were caught just on minnow, so just hooked them up right up through the bottom, up through the top, and just threw them out there and slowly let them bounce across the bottom, raising it up just a little bit, and then the fish would hit it. So the one thing I'm going to say before I end this, I really am going to start looking at my personal self of switching away from any sort of lead. I do fish a lot of lead. It's what I was brought up on fishing. My grandpa, you know, he would pour his own jigs, and that's just what I would use. And I still use some of it now. I never have paid attention to it, but I'm going to start switching over to something different. I'm going to see, I have the stuff to be able to pour my own jigs. I just got to get some actual molds, but I have the melting pot for it. I'm going to look at a different non-toxic fishing lure that I can use, because I've seen some posts of eagles that are dying because they're getting lead in their system from either shotgun shells or either fishing lures that get broken off and get swept away, or they eat a fish that has lead in it. So seeing how sick these birds get and the stuff that they go through, but seeing that, it's really got me wanting to change some of my habits. When I go out duck hunting and any sort of field hunting that I do try using a lot of steel shot. That way I don't have to worry about it. It is required in duck hunting, but I do even pheasant hunting. It is a little bit harder, but I do try using steel shot for that. But the fishing side of it, I never paid attention to it. It was something that was never brought to my attention. So I'm going to look at switching over. I'm not going to say I'm going to be able to do it right away, because this stuff is expensive. Lead's fairly cheap, where the other stuff is expensive. But I hope you guys try to do the same. Comment below on what types of lures you use, if they're lead, if they're tungsten, if they're steel, what you guys use. Give me some ideas of stuff that I can pour myself, and maybe I'll try getting out there at a cheaper price than what everybody else is selling it at. We'll see what we can do. I mean, I'm not guaranteeing it, but I do like pouring jigs and painting them. So if I can do that and try selling some, I will. That way you guys have maybe a cheaper alternative, but we'll have to see how expensive it is. I've done some pricing on some things and definitely considering it. And I hope you guys consider changing over what you guys are using. So with that, this is a longer outro than what I was anticipating. I'm going to cut it down a little bit, but I hope you guys had a great night. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, I was not anticipating vlogging because I was kind of expecting to just go down there, toss the lure in, bounce around for an hour or so and come back home and not catch anything and just pass away the time a little bit. But actually catching fish, I stayed out longer than I wanted to, and actually one of my fingers is really cold and kind of numb, but it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. The first time I've caught walleye in the Cedar River, and I'm excited. 3 fish caught, got a picture of them, and 4 that I missed, and I'm gonna try it again another day. I don't know if it'll be later this week. We've had a lot of rain recently, and the river's starting to slowly rise. It went down a little bit, now it's going up again. So we'll see what it does. I might get out tomorrow night. I'm not guaranteeing it, but when I get out and catch some more fish, I will post a video so you guys can see it. I'm happy that I was able to catch some fish for you guys to see because it's been kind of slow with me catching fish. So I hope you guys have a great night. I will catch you guys soon. Remember, I can. And keep on fishing.